Welcome back. We're here for level 2. Let's check it out. Alright, so we start with a wolf battle. And this part, I remember the first time I ever played the first Tomb Raider was on the Sega Saturn. There was a demo, which was the first half of the second level. So this little portion of the first level is probably... No, not probably. This was my first experience with Tomb Raider. Way back in 1996. A long time ago. Alright, then we got a bear in here. Walk forward a little bit, trigger him to come out. Ah, there he is! Oh wow. I am not doing the good one. Alright, let's see what we can do about this. It's funny how she can breathe a sigh of relief underwater. Alright. Let's kill that bear. I'm gonna go all Ron Paul in your butt. There we go. Alright, so we got the bear. Now, in here where the bear was, there's a half health kit, which I definitely need now. Pick that up. Alright, so the first thing to do in order to complete the second level is to find the door that's on the outskirts and go after the key and the relic. But we're going to take a quick detour and get some supplies. There are a couple of secrets here in the water, which if you're actually doing a full playthrough, you kind of need, because you really need to stock things up on these easier levels. So this, pop a door open right above me. There's the trademarked secret noise. And that gets me what? That gets me a half health kit. Very nice. And that's about it. And then we flip this switch, gives us a one-way door back out to the previous chamber. One more thing I want to check out in the water before we call it a day. I think there, let's see, if we go right to where we were, into this big chamber, I'm pretty sure there is another switch over here. Yeah, it's been a long time, but I haven't forgotten just yet. Alright, so let's get going. Hope I have enough air to make it there. Yes, so we've swum past where we came in, and then to this room is just after it. And if you don't know where that switch is, you kind of come to this room and it doesn't really make sense for it to be here, because there's no real other items here. So after all that, what do we get? Magnum bullets. Magnum doesn't show up until a hearty 10 hours into the game. Okay, so what we're doing now is swimming back to the main chamber where we fought the bear. And we're going to go after that key and the relic. There's a little flat idol relic, which also acts as a key much later in the stage. And everything is on the outskirts of this room. There's a separate hallway which kind of traces the entire perimeter of this room. And I think there's a half health kit there too. So let's check it out. Huh. Knew he was there waiting for me. You know, as much as I love this game, picking things up, it is the worst. Like having to find the thing to take the walk button so you can just take a couple of steps in the right direction. Otherwise you walk past it and have to step back. Someone who hasn't played a lot of Tomb Raider, watching someone try and pick something up, it's just like, it looks like someone with a physical disability, just kind of staggering around a pair of keys. Alright. This is back to where the first wolf battle was. See, there's the wolves I killed. This is where I came out. Alright. We have scoured the level for items. Why don't we go ahead? Ugh. Fraps is having issues on me. Why don't we go ahead and go get that stuff. This door is ultimately where we want to be. But you can see there's a keyhole to the right of it. So in order to get that... No, stop. There we go. Yes, this is what I was looking for right here. If you look up overhead, you can see there's a passageway there. I heard another bat, but I don't, there it is. So we want to get into that sort of overhead passageway. That's the secret we came out at. Alright. No. You know, this is weird. I was playing this stage just yesterday, brushing up on it so I could do a Let's Play and kind of power through it. Knock this stage out really quick. Like, really quick. And now, for the life of me, I can't remember how to get over there. There's a kind of a square-shaped room with a bunch of hay in it. Yes, here it is. This is what I'm looking for. Notice there's no keyhole. Yeah, so we got some. This square-shaped room. They're all square-shaped rooms. Everything in this game is based off of a grid. Alright, so we need the walk button. Here's our overhead passageway. And we look down, we see that's breakaway floor. And we get this full health kit. You only get one shot at that. So you don't die if you miss the breakaway floor. You drop into here. This is where you're trying to go anyway, which isn't so bad, but... Alright. So we push this thing. Okay, so we're going to leave that right there for the time being. There's our key. And there's our little relic idol thing. I just shot a bat in the face. Alright. And now if you for some reason miss the relic, then it will let you get all the way to the end of the stage. But you won't actually be able to walk through the door to complete it. Which I think is a little bit cheap, I guess, on the part of the developers. But on the other hand, never had that problem myself. Alright, and this is it. This is the little path. This drops us back down to the place where we started at. Okay. So let's find that door with the key to use our newfound key on. Oh, more arrows. And lots more dogs, if I remember right. Okay, and so here we are at the Temple of Stuff. We've got 3 doors down below and sort of a couple of towers to the left and right sides. You see there. So, of the 3 doors below, there's only 1 open. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now earlier I mentioned there was music missing in this game. And if you walk into this room, you're about to see this room right here. Normally in this room there's a whole song that plays to indicate that you've uncovered some kind of, I don't know, something cool. And playing through this game for the very first time, it was a really cool moment. And I always kind of get a kick out of playing the PS1 version where that happens. So it's really kind of sucky that the music isn't in this version. And I do hope they fix that in the future. In fact, the PS1 game was one of those games, like from early on in the PS1 generation. You could put that game into a CD player and actually play the OST along with the audio from some of the cinematics. There were, I think, very few games for the PS1 you could do that with. Matter of fact, I can only name 2. One was the original Tomb Raider, and another one was Destruction Derby 2. And I remember doing that to that game a lot because the soundtrack from that game was awesome. Alright, so that's water chamber number 1. We walk through there. And the point of going through here was to open another door at the base of the temple, which we do with this switch. No items here. We got a half health kit, so let's go ahead and pick that up. Now in this part on the PS1 version there's a save place right there. But on the PC version you can actually save wherever. So the save places are gone. Now I have this feeling that you shouldn't limit the number of times or places you can save in a video game. I hate it when games do that. The first Resident Evil did that with the ink ribbons. Matter of fact, I think a bunch of the early Resident Evil games did that with the ink ribbons. But I just always felt it was stupid and unnecessary. So I'm really glad in this version there are no save points. So those are nowhere to be found. Alright, back down at the base of the temple. We now have a door open on the far right, leading to a slightly more complex water chamber with a little bit of basic platforming. Alright. We throw on the walk button, walk to the edge. There we go. Okay, now that we're up top, we're now on the the tower on the opposite side of the temple. We're going to pull a switch, open that center door. We got to be careful here, because if you miss the rock portion there and go straight to the red area, that is instant death, because the drop is so far. So you got to make sure and drop down on the correct side. Okay. It's one of my favorite parts right here. Whoosh. Oh wow, I just got Ponzored. Okay. We'll throw the switch here, open the door. Oh no! Okay. There's another bear. So let's go ahead and health up a little bit. Yes. This is the awesomest bear murdering simulation I've ever played. Microsoft Bear Murder Simulator 2012. Get it today on Steam. Alright. And we go up here and we push the button. And that stops those thingies, so we can backtrack through there. Alright, now I remember there being a secret up here a long time ago, but... Ah, there it is. Let's see. Uzi bullets. And you don't get the Uzi for even longer in the game. This is really like the final boss. Or not the final boss, but like the mini boss that's like towards the end of the game. There's this big undead kind of turkey looking thing. And that's really what you need all the ammo you can find for all your special guns, is for that weird turkey looking thing. Alright, so we got that. And rather than checking out the other side, I'm going to go into the water. I took some time to figure this out beforehand, to try and cut back on the wandering around pointlessly in my Let's Play. We hit this switch. And there we go. Now that door, you can see the emblem on it is that idle kind of trinket thing that we found with the silver key. Oh, don't go in there. And there it is, the gold idol. And if you missed this with the silver key, here you are at like the very end of the level, and you won't be able to walk through the door. Okay, so that's level 2. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in level 3.